This is a true story, whose protagonists are a boy named Raul, and his two pets, his little dog Mocha and his little hamster Tilin. In a small room filled with toys and textbooks, a 10-year-old boy had just come home from school. What I didn't know was that that ordinary day would become a lesson I would never forget. This is the true story of how a boy learned about life, responsibility, and unconditional love, genuine tenderness, and boundless love through his two most beloved pets. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and press the bell so you can follow along and learn about the next true stories.
Welcome and let's go.
Once upon a time, there was a boy named Raul, a happy and energetic boy who had always dreamed of having a hamster. One day, his parents decided to grant his wish and gave him a small hamster. Raul was so excited he could barely contain his happiness. He named him Tilin, and from that moment on, he became his best companion. He set up a cage for her filled with wheels, tubes, and hiding places, and every day he spoke to her as if Tilin could understand him.
Hello, Tilin. How are you today? Did you like the little piece of carrot I gave you?
Raul spoke to him, while he watched the little rodent run from one side to the other, full of life. Raul shared his joy with his little brother Jaden. But another pet already lived in Raul's house, Mocha, a playful and energetic dog who had been the queen of the house until Tilin's arrival. Mocha wasn't at all happy with the new member of the family. Every time Raul took Tilin out of his cage to play with him, Mocha would get jealous and start barking non-stop. Mocha seemed to be saying,
"That rodent doesn't need you like I do. I'm your best friend."
Tilin, for his part, remained still, watching Mocha with his small bright eyes, as if he did not understand why the little dog was so upset. Raul was trying to calm Mocha down.
Don't worry, Mocha, I love you just the same,
Raul said while caressing her. But Mocha wasn't satisfied. Every time Tilin ran on the floor or ate a piece of carrot, Mocha would bark at him and even try to get close enough to sniff him, causing Tilin to quickly hide in his cage. Sometimes, Raul felt torn between his two pets. He wanted to play with Tilin, but he also wanted Mocha to feel loved. It was a dilemma that made him sad because he didn't know how to make the two get along. One day, something unexpected happened. Raul had accidentally left Tilin's cage open while he was distracted by a game. Tilin, curious and adventurous, got out of his cage and began exploring the floor of the room. Mocha, who was in the same room, immediately spotted him. At first, it seemed like he just wanted to play. He approached Tilin, wagging his tail and sniffing him curiously. Raul, realizing what was happening, ran toward them, but it was too late. Mocha, in her eagerness to play, couldn't control her impulses. Confused by her enthusiasm, she jumped a little and accidentally landed her paw on Tilin. She accidentally stepped on Tilin. Raul shouted,
Mocha, no, oh my god. What did you do?
But there was nothing left to do. Tilin lay lifeless on the ground. Raul was paralyzed, unable to believe what had happened. With tears in her eyes, she gently took Tilin in her hands and stroked him one last time.
I'm sorry, Tilin. I'm very sorry,
he whispered through sobs. Mocha, seeing Raul cry, approached with her tail between her legs, as if she knew she had done something wrong. Raul cried for hours. His parents tried to comfort him, explaining that it had been an accident and that Mocha hadn't meant to hurt Tilin. But Raul was heartbroken. He had lost his little friend, and although he knew Mocha wasn't to blame, he couldn't help but feel sad and angry at the same time. Days went by, and Raul continued to feel an emptiness in his heart. His parents, seeing how much he missed Tilin, decided to give him another chance to be happy with another pet. They bought him another hamster, very similar to Tilin. Raul looked at it with bright eyes and, after thinking for a moment, decided to name it Tilin too.
You will be as special as the first Tilin,
he said to him while she gently stroked him. Over time, Raul learned to take better care of his pets. Now, every time he took Tilin 2 out of his cage, he made sure that Mocha was in another room or under supervision. Mocha, for his part, seemed to have learned the lesson. He no longer barked as much or approached the new hamster so abruptly. Although they never became friends, at least they learned to respect each other. Raul never forgot the first tiling, but over time, the pain transformed into gratitude for the happy moments they had shared. And so, with Tilin 2 and Mocha by his side, Raul moved on, remembering that the love for pets is never forgotten, and that each of them occupies a unique place in the heart. Raul understood that every pet is a gift, and that although love can hurt, it also has the power to heal.
Subscribe, like, and share to hear more stories from Grandma. This is the first of many.